Hey guys, it's Matt from Clearwater Distilling here to talk to you today about glassware. And as you know, with high-end spirits, you definitely want to make sure you have the right glass to enjoy this high-end spirit. So we're here to talk about high-end glassware. One of the things that I found when I started my alcohol journey was with Scotch, and with Scotch you obviously run into the ubiquitous Glencairn glass. Now this glass has a lot of great qualities to it. You can see that it opens up as a bulb to allow some surface area here, and it concentrates some of those vapors here on the rim so that you can enjoy and nose a good whiskey this way. However, it really, for some spirits, doesn't work perfectly. So I also enjoy a nice brandy, a cognac or an Armagnac, and that really kind of does well with this, a snifter glass. And so a snifter, again, has more of that surface area, concentrates some of those smells, but one of the key factors in this glass is the fact that you can hold it like this, because brandy actually does quite well when it's warm. So I wanted to find a glass that we could have for our spirits here at Clearwater that kind of actually served both purposes. And we did find that. That glass is right here. This is called a Tuath glass, and it's spelled like this. It doesn't look like it's spelled because it is Old Irish Gaelic, I believe. And so the uniqueness about this glass is this foot that you can see here. What's cool about that is you can actually hold this foot in such a way, similar to the way that you hold the Glencairn by this foot, and it actually allows you to keep the spirit in the glass cool. In fact, you can even have a cube in there and it's not going to bother anyone. Also, it has that bulbous bottom to it to allow a little bit more surface area, and it does concentrate the vapors of the alcohol, although it does not concentrate them quite as much as the Glencairn, which I believe is actually a bit of an advantage. It gives you a chance to get past the ethanol vapors and really kind of appreciate more of the finer notes of the spirit. Now, the other point to that is that it also lets you hold it like a brandy snifter, so you can warm this glass with just your hand. So in case you're enjoying a nice spirit like René, which actually does exceptionally well with hand warmth, and even further, we'll show you in a minute what else you can do with this to warm that up. But then it does especially well when you're holding it by the foot for Lorenz, which is actually generally appreciated cooler. So we'll show you a little demonstration on what you can do with the brandy on that now. Okay, so what we've done here is what you'll actually find at a lot of really high-end or Michelin star restaurants, that when you order a digestif after your meal, such as a cognac or an Armagnac, you'll actually generally have it served in this fashion. What's happening here is the lower glass has some hot water in it, typically a boiling water, and you set the glass in it as such to kind of warm it. And you may get a different type of glass to do that as the base, but our Tuaths together actually work exceptionally well at that. So in this case, you don't have to warm the glass with your hands. You actually can let it sit like this for a few minutes, and it really brings out that beautiful spirit in René. This Armagnac, as you may or may not know, is upwards of 30 years old, of a blend of an Armagnac. And so that all of those complex notes and wonderful parts of the spirit will come out. The interesting part of this is since it's blended with American rye, is it will do the same thing for the rye whiskey, and it just explodes with this incredibly beautiful, wonderful flavor. So cheers to you, and cheers to René, and remember that moderation is underrated, and make sure to enjoy your fine spirits. Cheers.